Wow, history was just made in the crypto market today, and in this video we're going to talk about what's happening for Ripple XRP, Grayscale, what Brad Garlinghouse said about several central banks around the world, SEC Chair Gary Gensler under investigation by top Republican lawmakers, the outcome of the debate versus Donald Trump and Kamala Harris the other night, and shortly after that, what Trump just posted on Twitter that he's about to launch in the crypto space, and ultimately what we need to focus on to be able to make the most amount of money possible to retire our entire bloodline this bull run. Because guys, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this is, and if you do understand how big of a deal this is, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, because Christopher Waller, and I played a clip from him a while back, he's a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors on cross-border instant payment services. We have to play this clip from him that completely shocked everybody. And then we have to get into the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin on the price chart and talk about where we are in the market cycle. Bring up one of the most important charts that you'll need to see all year that influences what Bitcoin does, what XRP does, what the rest of the altcoins do, and then where the majority of the liquidity is going to flow into on which chain and how to position yourself properly. That way you can make a lot of money and capitalize this entire bull run so you don't get left behind. So if you guys are feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So Bitcoin sitting at $57,000 right now. We got XRP at 56 cents, up 5% over the past 24 hours with this news that just took place. And so first, let's talk about what's happening with Gary Gensler, because with him being under investigation by top Republican lawmakers for allegedly engaging in political favoritism through his hiring practices. And you can see this document right here titled the Honorable, I find that ironic, Gary Gensler, Chairman. It says, Dear Chairman Gensler, this was sent September 10th, a couple of days ago. The committees on the Judiciary, Financial Services, and Oversight and Accountability are continuing to conduct oversight of the SEC. Recently, the committee learned that the SEC may be hiring civil service employees based on their political affiliations, which is a violation of Civil Service Reform Act of 1978. We write to request reluctant documents and information regarding these allegations. So it's about time someone holds, him accountable. This is from the Congress of the United States. And so ultimately, Brad Garlinghouse predicted that he'll step down or he'll get fired, one of those two things that'll happen before his term is up. So we'll see. It would be a hallelujah moment for everyone in the crypto space, because as you guys know, he's been the most unfavorable for Ripple and XRP. And with more accountability for the higher ups at the top, that just means that crypto will start to get the regulation that it needs. And it's happening right now. Grayscale launched their first official XRP trust in the United States. Right now it looks like it's at $10.73 per share as of 9/11 yesterday, and they launched this at about 19.99 XRP per share. And as you guys know, Grayscale is one of the largest institutions out there next to BlackRock. They also launched their Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust a while back. It's about $17.80 per share. Now, Grayscale was founded all the way back in 2013. They initially launched a Bitcoin trust that year, and then in 2017 they launched two additional cryptocurrency trusts which held Ethereum Classic, Zcash. The following year, 2018, during that bull run before the crash took place, they included Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple's XRP, and Bitcoin Cash. So this isn't new. As you guys know, when the lawsuit was filed, the majority of these exchanges that were centralized dropped XRP. They delisted XRP. They removed it from their websites, and Grayscale was one of those companies. And now that they're adding it back, it just makes common sense. This is not something that's super shocking here. You can see that they have other stuff like the SUI Trust. There's XLM right there. They have a Solana Trust. They have a Near Protocol Trust, MakerDAO, Litecoin, Litecoin of all things. So obviously XRP needs to be up here. And they said that we believe Grayscale XRP Trust gives investors exposure to a protocol with an important real-world use case. And that was Grayscale's head of product and research. By facilitating cross-border payments that take just seconds to complete, XRP has the potential to transform the legacy financial infrastructure. And the trust is now open for daily subscription by eligible individual and institutional accredited investors. So if you're just an average everyday person, this is just good news for XRP and for Ripple as a company, because you can just buy XRP on a centralized exchange that you have an account with. These trusts just allow for more money to flow into the market, because if an institution is going to come in with like $500 million or $1 billion and they want to put it into something, they're not just going to go on Coinbase and they're not going to push a market buy order and pay those crazy fees and deal with the volatility. They deal with special accounts, they have special deals, and they go through credible companies like Grayscale. So one of the most important things for Ripple in this lawsuit is a potential SEC appeal. So could this mean that the SEC won't appeal? Because Grayscale, they would never launch the first official XRP trust if it's not over. They're privy to information behind closed doors, and with all the partnerships getting announced soon, which haven't made public yet, you guys have just seen a fraction of the partnerships announced on this channel, which have been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds over the past few years. Listen to this clip about what CEO Brad Garlinghouse said.
At this is Ripple's really trying to solve that cross-border payments problem. Central bank digital currencies are domestic by nature. They're issued by a central bank or potentially issued by a central bank. So they're not really solving cross-border problems. They're solving domestic solutions more often than not. So look, I think that what we're seeing happen with stablecoins, we're seeing happen with central bank issued digital assets, I think is exciting. I'm not exactly clear how it's all going to play out. You're seeing countries experiment and test. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced, some we haven't yet announced, that they're issuing and testing using the XRP ledger to issue their digital assets on the XRP ledger as a token. So we're excited to be working with them. And look, at our core, Ripple's really good at working with enterprise customers. A government is just a big enterprise customer. We know how to sell to.
That's an interesting notion.
In some ways, it's just a really big enterprise customer. And we're pretty good at that now because we've had a lot of experience with it and worked with some of the largest banks in the world, as well as a lot of the smaller payment companies that have grown very quickly using our technology. It's helped them grow more quickly.
Now, because they haven't announced all of the central banks that they're working with, this led to a lot of speculation out there. And I covered this in last night's video, but I think it's important to reiterate this because a lot of people think that there's the private ledger with this private price for XRP that's much higher than the current price. And everyone's being duped into buying XRP to fund Ripple's partnerships and Ripple's advancement in technology. And is that actually true? Well, Monica Long posted this saying tokenization has always been a key feature of the XRP ledger. With over 5,400 issued tokens since inception, CBDCs will live on new private ledgers that run parallel to the public XRP ledger. So that's confirmed, using XRP as a bridge to interoperate with other currencies. No more walled gardens. Now, does that mean that the price of XRP would be different? Well, David Schwartz, if you watched my video last night, said that no, it wouldn't, because the value proposition of XRP is that they have these deep liquidity pools and you can take XRP anywhere, and it would be like the spot price of gold, where it's the same price everywhere. Like if you're going to go into China and you're going to buy gold, spot is the same in the United States, and that's what spot means. It's a universal standard price. So if you watch towards the end of this video, I'm going to get into exactly why XRP's price is not over $1 yet and what will be the catalyst to make that happen. Let's pivot here real quick and let's talk about who won the debate. Piers Morgan, you guys know he interviewed Andrew Tate. He interviews a lot of people in the space, and he said Kamala Harris won the debate comfortably. Trump was usually flat, very repetitive, and then Crypto posted this saying, "Come on, Piers, go home." Right here. So it's a lot of bias, right? Newsmax said that Donald Trump won by 93%. Kamala Harris won by 6%. So media companies and the political polls said Trump won by 57%. So this is all opinions, right? These are not based on facts. And this is the problem that I see in the space is a lot of people, they do this on the left-hand side of the screen, whereas us on this channel, on the Bull Runners channel, we're like this on the right-hand side of the screen where I just observe it. It might seem like I'm pro-Trump. Well, I'm pro-crypto, I'm pro-freedom, and I'm pro-America. I want what's right for you. And whoever's going to do that, I literally don't care. I'm on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm thinking about how we can retire our bloodline, this entire bull run? How can we make as much money as possible to do cool things in the future, to have freedom? Whereas average everyday people are just arguing with each other about stuff that's out of their control. The moment that people start arguing with somebody else about something that they can't control, they're taking their focus off of stuff that they can focus on, which is getting better, developing more high paying skills, working hard, working smart, stacking your portfolio, and building wealth. And right after the debate, look at what Trump just posted, which is extremely bullish for the crypto space. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, I personally don't like the name World Liberty Fi, but the name doesn't matter as much as the implementation of the plan.
Join me live on Twitter Spaces at 8 p.m. this September 16th for the launch of World Liberty Financial. We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind.
So again, the name's not terrible. It just doesn't flow, but who cares, right? If he's able to implement on that, then he'll absolutely crush it. Look at this. He posted this, 49,000 likes. His sons are involved on it. So if he pulls that off, awesome. Either way, that's just more bullish news for the crypto market if he's elected, because he's bullish on Bitcoin, he's bullish on crypto, and ultimately central bankers are diving in too. It's just slow, it's methodical. They can't flip the switch right away. And Christopher Waller, who's a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors on cross-border instant payment services, listen to what he said in this 10-minute speech. We're just going to play a fraction of this, but I want you to check this out.
We have already seen examples of the private sector leveraging technology to innovate in the market for cross-border instant payments, both at the wholesale and the retail level. For example, we have seen a real-time payment system built for wholesale clients that allows clearing and settlement between global clients in seconds, with necessary compliance performed up front in less than 24 hours. Another example is the SWIFT global payments innovation, which offers improved speed and transparency for the business customers of participating banks, and by their account, has been adopted by 150 banks globally. In mentioning these examples, I'm not intending to endorse certain private sector services. Rather, these newer services are illustrative of how market forces and competition can meet consumer and business demands for more efficient cross-border payments.
So it's very clear that he's indirectly referencing Ripple and XRP in that without directly saying it, because he's not going to publicly endorse something, especially if he's on an NDA that we don't know of. But if we look right here, Ripple is a real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network that is open to financial institutions worldwide, created by Ripple Labs Inc. And if we look right here on their website, settlement time 3 to 5 seconds, millions of custody wallets, 90% global FX market coverage. And considering the size of the worldwide remittance market, the possibilities for adoption of Ripple's technology is going to be astronomical over the next few years. The World Bank estimates that in 2018, $529 billion worth of remittances were made to low and middle income countries. And to that, the amount transferred between banks was about $1.4 trillion that year, according to the Bank for International Settlements. Thus, Ripple wants to act as the global settlement network and hence works directly with central banks, payment providers, and other financial institutions. So the goal of Ripple is to serve as a flexible middleman currency in order to facilitate the exchange of any unit of value. So clearly, in my opinion, holding XRP over the next decade is a no-brainer, right? That's why I do. Now, that's not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. Again, I'm not going to endorse Ripple. I just tell you what I personally hold. So I do hold XRP, but as always, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are purely for educational, informational purposes only. Crypto's risky. You could lose money in these markets, and just by holding XRP doesn't mean you're going to make money because it fluctuates. You might be the type of person that buys high, sells low, whereas the smart people in the world, they buy low, they sell high. So let's look at the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. And let's talk about altcoins and what's about to happen next. And then look at some similarities on the price chart. Because as you guys know, we're out of the bear market low from December 2022. We've been consolidating since March in this downtrend. And if we look at the left-hand side of the screen and we pull up the stochastic RSI, we can see some similarities. Now, obviously, it's not going to be exactly the same, but you can see this golden cross that took place back in like September to October of 2020. Actually, it was the middle of September, and by October, the 50 SMA was above the 200 SMA in red, and the market started to recover on out of here. Now, on the right-hand side of the screen, we saw a rally up into the golden cross, very similar to how we saw a rally out of COVID up into the golden cross, a sell-off when the cross took place. On the right-hand side of the screen, we saw a sell-off when the cross took place, and then now we're working our way on out of here. So the real key is a lot of people are saying that this time's different. It depends on what lens you're looking at it from. If you're looking at it from just technical analysis standpoint, then there are a lot of similarities here. There are some minor differences, like on the stochastic RSI, you can see when the cross took place, the golden cross, we were down here below 20. Same thing back here. Now we are bobbling around 20. You can see that there was a major fake out rally where the market cap pushed from 500 billion to about 600 billion. On the right hand side of the screen, it got rejected from this descending resistance. And so we do need to clear this descending resistance, and we also need to clear the swing high of about $650 billion and hold it as support, to see a continuation, or not a continuation, a trend reversal, because otherwise we would see a continuation of the downtrend and break below the 200 moving average, because right now we're at the 50 SMA. So in order to understand what's going to happen next in the crypto market, rather than just looking at the chart compared to the past, because the charts are not going to follow exactly like the past. It's not going to be like this cycle. It's not going to be like the cycle before. It's going to be like a 2024 to 25 cycle. It's going to be its own unique thing. So one of the most important charts that we need to look at that will really determine what this cycle does is the global liquidity cycle, and how that compares to Bitcoin, how that compares to gold, and how that compares to the S&P 500 and the rest of the stock market. Because as you guys know, global liquidity, specifically M2, that measures, cash in bank accounts and, more liquid cash, it really determines how bullish macro investors are going to be on moving that cash if liquidity is going up into different asset classes and commodities, so like gold would be one, oil would be one. Of course, crypto is the newest and the hottest and the most exciting for people on Wall Street. So as global liquidity ticks back up, with Bitcoin breaking out, you can see some similarities here. When global liquidity has gone from periods of expansion, we see Bitcoin go into expansion. When Bitcoin goes into expansion, then that simply means altcoins go into expansion, even if they lag behind a little bit. And so what we're seeing right now is we were seeing a contraction take place while Bitcoin was selling off during the bear market. We saw a little bit of an expansion, then a consolidation, as Bitcoin consolidated for 200 days and then broke out in October with the whole ETF news and, the whole halving news. And we've just been seeing a sell-off, right? We've seen a downtrend since March. And so now global liquidity is ticking back up, and that's why we've seen expansion in other markets like gold passing the all-time high. We saw the S&P 500 break out. And so another chart that we need to look at is sine waves. They're one of the clearest ways to show the cycle of, different theories that people have posted out there. Ultimately, the main theory is the 4-year market cycle theory. But now that more than ever before, according to CryptoCon here on Twitter, it's apparent which cycle we are following. Sites are locked on the 2015 to 2018 cycle, whereas the 2019 bearish bias has now all been extinguished according to them. If you've been following BitTime, you would have known that we should be rallying at this point. So this is one of the longest consolidation periods that we're going through. BitTime says that cycles are extremely similar when they alternate, but here you can see that all cycles resemble each other, centered around the date of the first and the second halving. November 28th, 2012, you guys can see back here, we were breaking out to this purple circle on the chart. Then we saw this consolidation near the peak of this sine wave right here at the bottom. So you guys can see November 8, 2012. Then July 9th of 2016, this purple circle on the chart, we consolidated after that. And then we broke on out once we reached the top of this wave. And so the real key to understand is where we are right now, because the people are saying this time is different. Those people will be back in vengeance soon. So where are we right now? Well, this was posted on November 28th of 2023 when we were right in the middle on this red chart right here. And as you guys know, we've broken out since that price point. That was roughly around like $30,000. We're virtually double that right now. So we've been trending up on this blue line right here. November 28th of 2024 is where this purple mark is going to be. And if you look at the purple circle in the past where we've been, towards the end of 2020, we were in this consolidation phase before we broke out, went parabolic. The time before then was 2016. We went through this consolidation phase, then broke out, went parabolic. The time before then was 2012. We went through this consolidation phase, broke out, and went parabolic. And then the top of the market cycle has always been this red circle. So it's looking like by November 28th, of 2025 on the way down is where the top of the market cycle will be. And that falls in line with the 4-year market cycle theory, but more importantly, it falls in line with global monetary liquidity, the liquidity cycles. And so we're pretty much halfway through this bull run, but remember guys, the most parabolic price action takes place in the last stages of the bull run, and where you can position yourself to make the most amount of money possible, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, is on the chains where the most amount of liquidity is going to flow in. So for example, Coinbase is the largest exchange in the United States. They've been working on their smart wallet, and they've been doing that before the wave really hits. And so that's why Base, if we look at this right here, numbers lie, men lie, numbers don't lie, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie, according to Lil Wayne, but that's just a fact, true. Base, 42.9% over the past 1 month change to the upside. BNB chain is down 30%, so Base is hot right now. Cardano's at 24%. Ethereum isn't doing too crazy right now. You know, it's at 7.8, Near Protocols at 7.5. Solana is up 191%. Toncoin, it was up 41.9% before that news hit about the arrestor being founded. So Toncoin's kind of a wild card. Sui's down 5.6% on this, but Base Chain and Solana extremely bullish on. Now, I made a video, guys, I think it was yesterday morning, and this video, 1 day ago, it's called Top 5 Meme Coins That Will Make Millionaires. And we talked about this, and I brought up some meme coins where I see the trends shifting to and what's happening on these chains right here and some of the top projects that you guys can check out if you want to see what I'm bullish on other than XRP. So I'll leave a link for that in the description below, along with bullrunners.com if you want to discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes per day with the #1 play to earn XRP game. All you need to do, click the button on the page, put in your best email address. You'll be instantly subscribed to our daily video newsletter where you'll receive value-based videos like this. You'll be able to get started in literally less than 8 minutes. When you watch this video on the other side, we'll show you how to get your XRP wallet, how to get your game pieces, how to play the game and earn crypto, how to withdraw your crypto, and to be able to stack your crypto rewards this entire bull run before we go into the euphoria stage of the market cycle. So you know what we're doing, guys. We're backing up our truck all the way to the bank. We're grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind because we believe the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies are going up in value. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. I will see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com right now when you click that link below. As always, stay bullish.